clicked the going live button. Perfect. Okay, I think we're live. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start. We have 6 people in right now, so hello everybody. Thanks so much for coming on. My name is Brynna, and I am the PJX director. Here with 3 of our committee directors. And we are so excited to have all of you guys on today. We are going to be doing a little inside look here on what we're up to for PJX and how things are going. And we're so excited to have y'all on. We do have an open Q&A and an open chat. So if there are questions that come up as we're talking, feel free to drop comments or questions in the chat box. I'm going to go around and we're going to have everybody introduce ourselves, and then we're going to just jump right in and give you guys some updates on what we've been working on and how things are going. Ashley, do you want to go first and introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Alycia Donnell. This is my second year helping with the planning on PJX. And I am the Education and Instructor Committee chairperson.
Great. Thank you. And Kat?
Hi, I'm Kat McDonald. This is my 4th year helping put together PJX, so I'm super excited. It's been cool to see how it's changed throughout the years, and I am heading the panel committee.
Thank you. And Alycia?
Hello, everyone. This is my first year assisting with PJX, and I am head of the welcoming committee. So I'm the welcoming chair. So I might be one of the first faces you see. All fun things, all good vibes over here.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, so as far as updates go, we wanted to do this webinar to just kind of give everybody an inside scoop on what we've been working on, so that way you guys have an idea of what to expect, and to just start getting excited about PJX, because it is the time to start getting excited, and we've got some awesome updates. So I just a quick background on me. I took this role on here in August, and this has been the biggest thing that we've been doing, is just planning PJX and coordinating all the different little details with the hotel to try and get this to be the best year yet. We're excited because right now we have the most attendees than we have had so far ever, which is super exciting. And I think that is something for all of you guys who are coming to be excited about, because that means that the chances to network and meet peers and colleagues and get to know people and grow your own business is going to be the biggest yet so far this year, which is super awesome. One of the things that I did before I started was I was on the phone with a lot of different people trying to get feedback on how we could make PJX better, what had been done in years past that people had liked, and what we wanted to improve. And we're hoping to take all of that and bring it into this next year, which is really exciting. Some of the things that we are super excited about is, first of all, the Flamingo. We've been coordinating a ton with them, and I think that will be a super fun location. If you guys haven't already booked your rooms, please do. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have the opportunity to stay in the block, which is what we're calling the little area that we've reserved for all of the PJ artists to stay together and have essentially a big slumber party, because everybody's going to be 1 or 2 doors down, and you can go and talk to them and make friends. We've been coordinating a lot with the hotel as far as things like food goes. We are going to do dinner on our welcome reception night, so that will for sure be happening. There will be a bar there, and we are also the hotel will be providing lunch, so you also have to purchase it, but the hotel will have lunches available on site, so people don't have to leave if they don't want to, which is super fun. And we've also been coordinating a lot of little things, and I'm excited to have these 3 ladies here to talk about what they're bringing on and all the hard work that they've been doing. Ashley is our instructor committee head, and she's been finalizing and coordinating with all of the instructors. And Ashley, if you're okay, I'd love to have you give a little update and get people excited about who's coming and who's speaking and some classes that they might hear, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this year's education. I took this on last year as well, and I learned a lot, and I put in a lot of great changes. So one of the biggest things going into this year was every instructor had to apply in order to speak. Nobody was grandfathered in, nobody was just given a slot. So everybody had to submit a video talking about the topic that they are going to speak on, which I think is really awesome. We have some amazing topics. And I'll share a few of them. We're slowly trickling out our instructors as we're getting all of their contracts and their headshots and their bio and their class descriptions and everything finalized. We're slowly releasing that marketing wise. So you'll start to see some of that over the next few weeks, I know. But I'm really excited about a few of the classes. We're bringing back some that were fan favorites last year, but a lot of them are new. So a few of the returning favorites. So Dustin from PJ Bestie, Permanent Jewelry Bestie. Dustin's going to be leading a hands-on welding technique class, really focusing around body language. How are you positioning your hands, and what are you doing with your body to make sure that, one, you're doing everything with good posture, but then also introducing some new techniques. Another fan favorite from last year, Going Greek. Liv is going to be leading that again, really focusing on how to grow your business by partnering with sororities. This will be huge for anybody in a college market. Another one is I'm redoing our Train Your Chat GPT Bestie. I'll make a few tweaks to that class this year, just with changes that have come into place. Joanna is going to be doing her weight-based inventory class. I know that was a huge one for me. After I implemented it, it really helped me with my business tremendously. And then we have some really fun new classes as well. And we've really tried not to oversaturate any one segment of education. So we look at it in 4 different buckets. So we have marketing, business, we have welding and metals, and then we have self-help. And we have a little bit of everything in each of those buckets. So depending on what you want to focus on, you can come to PJX and pick your focus for the year, or you can dabble into all 4, whatever, fits your needs at the moment. But some of the really cool, unique, fun ones, we have Maya Cadigan is doing a tech stack class, talking about all the different technologies, apps, things like that you can use in your marketing. And really focusing, I think, a lot around Canva, with some fun tips and tricks on Canva, which is such an amazing resource that we have. We have Small Town Big Business. I think that one's a really cool niche class. So she's going to be talking about how to grow your business and how to market in a small town, because it is a unique challenge that you face when you have a smaller pool to pull from. We have Kat is going to be doing a class about luxury and building a luxury brand. And we've got a couple around sales psychology, overcoming objections. One I'm really excited about because it's not my personal strength and forte, is one about phone photos. So how to use your iPhone to take better photos of product photos, so that you don't always have to wait for that next brand shoot. Yeah, that's a lot of them. I'm also going to do a class about outsourcing. So I'm a big fan of do what you do best and hire the rest, so that you can focus on the things you do well and the things that give you joy in your business. So I'm going to share how I use outsourcing in my business and in my life. Yeah, super excited about that. A couple of things we're doing this year is we are creating kind of tracks, and when we write the schedule, we're going to have a schedule written for a track as well. So you can follow that track to the T if you want. You can go off and change a few classes here and there if you want. Whatever really makes you feel good.
That's true. And not to interrupt, I'm hopping in here to elaborate a little bit. The tracks are going to be beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So wherever you fall on your permanent jewelry journey, we're going to make sure that we have classes and a path for you to follow if you want to kind of flow on that way.
Yeah. Brittany asked a question. I don't know if we want to answer the question now or hold them till the end. So she asked when the schedule will be finalized with what times classes will be held each day. We won't release the actual, this class is happening at 9 a.m., this class is happening at 10 a.m. until much closer to the event, just because we tend to have a few instructors fall out for personal reasons or family problems or anything like that. So we try not to release that until a little bit closer to the event. But we were talking today, just trying to finalize the actual time frames that we're looking at. Brynna,
For
if you
sure.
want to.
Yeah, and we're hoping to have that time frame up hopefully here in the next week or two, probably by the 1st of February is the goal. So basically that's going to look like, you'll log on to the PJX website. It'll be 8 or 9 a.m. We haven't quite decided that yet. The marketplace opens, classes start. Here's the break for lunch. Like, it'll kind of give the loose layout. That way you guys can plan your time in Vegas. You can plan the times where you want to meet up. Like Ashley was saying, it is a little bit tricky because we're still finalizing things with our instructors. And we're even still waiting for a few contracts to come back. So we can't quite say, oh, this person is teaching at this point, this person is teaching at this point, but hopefully by March, we'll have those up around that time.
Yeah. Recommendation of whether to fly in the night before a day of. So I know that we're pretty firm on registration starting at noon. We may or may not have a couple classes on the first day after registration opens. So that's going to depend on your location.
Yes. So that is a great thing I'd like to just add on to Ashley there. It's kind of up to you. If you want to make the most out of your time in Vegas, you can kind of fly in whenever, but plan for noon is when things will be starting on the 2nd. That's when registration opens. You can come in, get to know people. If you have a VIP pass, part of that, which we're going to release here soon, will include the pool. So you can go to the pool. It's kind of all the different things that are included. So plan for noon on the 2nd. And there was one question in the chat. Do we need to pre-register or register for classes? The answer to that is no. It'll be a first come, first serve. But we've never had an issue in years past where classes have been full and somebody hasn't been able to make it. So, okay, let me answer this last question and then we will go on. Ashley, do you have anything else that you want to talk about or add really quick?
No, I'm really excited about the classes this year. So we're going to be publishing, like Brynna said, the beginner, intermediate, advanced kind of tracks, but then also labeling kind of segments on the class too, whether like marketing or business or what part of your business it can help you grow.
For sure. Do you have anything that you're most excited about? Anything that you're like, I can't wait for this?
I think it's really cool that we've brought in a few super niche classes. We have some international instructors this year for the first time ever. Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome.
Great. Thank you. I'm going to hop on here and answer this question from Caitlin, and then we're going to hop over to Kat, and Kat's going to give the updates for panels and where we're at with those. The question is from Caitlin, and she asked, does the hotel $99 cover days after the expo? And the answer to that is no. It's only to the 4th. Okay, Kat, do you want to take it away and give everybody your updates and kind of introduce yourself a little bit more?
Sure. So I'm Kat, and I am chairing the panels this year. I did them last year. It was our first year having panels. And if you've never experienced a panel, it's more of an open discussion. You'll hear many different points of view on the topic. It's done in real time. You can ask questions. So they're it's not necessarily a lecture. It's more interactive, live in the moment. And I'm really excited about some of the topics we have that we're going to discuss this year because, sometimes you feel like an island when you're out in the world doing your thing. And I really want this to be a way to bridge that and kind of make you feel like, okay, this has happened to someone else. How have they handled that situation? Or I'm thinking of maybe expanding. What does that look like? So it's kind of like a little bridge also with some of the classes that you'll be taking. And you can kind of, get a bit of a deep dive into picking the brain of people who are actually doing maybe some of the things that you may want to do or they've done and you're not sure what the outcome is. So I'm super excited about the panels. I'm also going to shortly, I'm getting that together. I'm going to have just lost my train of thought, an application. So if you're interested and you have experience and you have things that you want to talk about, I'm going to put out applications for each specific panel so that we can get really a great, large, diverse set of brains on the panels, and we can really hear what's going on and what's happening. We're going to talk about, the future of permanent jewelry, being in the trenches and, things that happen and how you handle a pain point. So it's going to be a wide variety of topics. So I'm super excited. We're, going through this process, we're being super intentional on making this a great value and allowing you to move the needle in your business. Even if it's just networking and meeting people and just expanding your mind as to what you can do. So I'm super, super excited about that. It's a fun experience. I don't know if there's anyone that would leave PJX and not be pumped, and not just be ready to have their notebook full of things that they need to implement and just be excited about their future and their business. So to be a part of that, I'm really excited.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kat. Would you mind talking more about the different panel topics and kind
Sure.
of giving everybody a little bit of the thought process behind each one? Maybe we can go through all 4 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have 4 panels. The first one, I have my notes here, is in the trenches. So that's really going to be real world problem solving. What happens, whether it be in your brick and mortar or out if you're an event-based artist, just things that happen to come up and how to handle it, whether it's multi-artist events or weather or, just those kind of things that are just happening live. So that I'm really excited about that. And let's see here. I'm a paper girl, so I'm not savvy. So the second panel is boundaries, vibe, and leadership. So we're going to talk about how leadership and boundaries and your personal energy really shapes your brand and kind of helps you with even just focusing and just doing it every day. So helps you with long-term stability, talk about team culture, kind of all the things that encompass that topic. So that's another one that I'm pumped about. Third panel is money, scale, and the long game. So really that kind of sums up exactly what that is. You're thinking about, should I hire? Should I have a second location? Should I have run 2 pop-ups? These are all things that you'll be hearing from seasoned artists who have done it and have, looked at their landscape and said, yes, no, maybe wait, etc. So it'll be really helpful to hear the insight on that topic. And then the fourth one is inside the industry, innovation, supply, and what's next. So I'm hoping to have, someone who is a vendor or in that end of it. So we can learn about the back end, about quantities that we should be ordering and what that looks like and what that can do for your margins, really where they see the industry going, kind of get a full picture of what permanent jewelry looks like now and what it's going to look like. So I'm excited about these topics and, the group of artists that we're going to have speaking. So I think it's going to be fun. Don't miss the panels.
Yes, thank you, Kat. I agree. The panels are going to be also another just great place to learn, you guys. I think one of the cool things, I'm new to this role, I'm going to be honest and let everybody know, I haven't been to PJX before. I'm planning this and I'm working with everybody, but I am so excited about all the opportunities that there are to learn. As we've been going about planning it, I just get so excited because I feel like putting myself in your guys' shoes has been one of my goals as I've been going about planning this and what would they want to know and how could we help. And I just cannot contain my excitement because I feel like there is just so much to learn. And I feel like this will just be the best place to really grow your business and invest in yourself, right? Like, I think that we talk about that, especially here, and it's January, and we're at the point where everybody's wanting to improve themselves. And I feel like what a better place to do that than at PJX, where you have all of these artists coming from across the world who are gathering together to improve themselves and improve their businesses and learn from each other and shop, right? Like there's the marketplace where you can grow and you can start adding things to your business and really just investing. And I think it's going to be so exciting. So thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. I'm going to quickly answer this question from Cheyenne, and then we'll hop over to Alycia. And then we're going to leave the rest of the time open for Q&A. I do have a list of previously prepared FAQs that we've gotten through social media that I'll talk about, but please feel free to keep adding things in the chat and the Q&A box and just asking your questions, because this is what this is for. So Cheyenne asked, what's the day-to-day look like? So we are going to start on the 2nd, and noon will be when registration opens. So you'll come on the 2nd, you'll register. There is a chance, depending on where we start subbing all of our instructors as we're having finalized contracts, that we'll have one class, maybe two, on that first day after noon, probably like 2 or 3. And we might sub a panel in there as well. So that'll be good. So come excited to learn. It'll be probably a traveling day for a lot of people, but still a great opportunity to just jump right in. We'll have a break so everybody can go get changed. And then we're going to have our welcome reception on the first day, which is what Alicia's been planning. And we're so excited to hear about this in a minute. There will be the marketplace open, and we'll do dinner that is provided. And you guys can come and dress up. Our theme for this year is Feeling Lucky, which kind of ties into Vegas. We kind of wanted to play homage to the lucky girl syndrome, which is kind of where, like we're leaning into like the fancy looks and get a chance to dress up and wear furs or shades or sequins or whatever you like. It's just a great opportunity to dress up and have fun. So come to that, and that will go throughout most of the night. For the next day, classes will probably start at 9. We might do 8, depending on, once again, where we start subbing our instructors in, and all this will be published. And that will go till noon. There will be a break for lunch. And then classes will resume after lunch, and then we'll go till about 6 probably again. And then most of the time that second night is open. I don't anticipate that we'll be adding anything else. We might add a VIP mixer night. That's potentially being talked about, but it's not set in stone yet. And then day 3, same thing. It'll start at 9. There will be a break for lunch, and it'll probably end at 6. So hopefully that answers your question, Cheyenne. Feel free to ask any additional questions. And Alycia, do you want to take it away and give us your updates on what you've been working on?
Absolutely. So I like to consider me and my team, we are either a new friend to you or your first friend at the Permanent Jewelry Conference. So during registration, I remember when I attended 2 years ago, I was standing outside in line, waiting to register, super excited, but also very nervous because I was there by myself. I had my husband, but he didn't count. He wasn't there. And so I know that going in this year, and I express this to my team, I want everyone, I want to be everyone's friend. While they're waiting in line, they don't know what to expect or they don't know anyone. So you'll probably catch one of us in line talking to you guys, vibing with you during registration, or we'll be at the registration still vibing with you. But after that, and after if there's a potential workshop happening, it's all fun. It's fun times at the welcome reception. So the plan is we are going to have a DJ, and there may be a line dance or 2, a TikTok challenge, whatever you're feeling in the mood for. We're here for all of it. But in addition into being in that space, we're going to have all of our vendors. We'll have the marketplace set up. And I think one of the best things you can do is meet your vendors, meet your suppliers. I love them. I look forward to seeing them and just catching up. It's a good time. But in addition to that, in the space, there'll be food, there'll be music. You can shop. In addition, we're also going to have experience areas where we'll have the photo booth set up. Right now, we may have 2 different photo booths. We might do the 360 digital one, and then, of course, the regular standard one that everyone's used to seeing. But honestly, we really want to make this a really fun and unique experience for everybody attending. We wanted to make sure it's fresh for people who've gone in previous years and just vibe out, because as much as we're learning, we also have to have fun and play too. So
Yes. Thank you. Alycia, what are you most excited for about this year? What are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to going back. So when I went 2 years ago, it was the most amazing experience I ever had. And even Kat said something, and I was like, yes, like I was so inspired by the workshops. I was in one of Ashley's workshops. I was so inspired that when I came from the Permanent Jewelry Conference, I was like, I can open up a store. I can do this. And since then, like literally, I have a store. Not only have a store, I had a store, close a store, open another store. So I'm just looking forward to what my next takeaway is going to be, honestly. Like,
Oh,
that's it. And
that's
so
great.
like there were certain faces, Ashley was definitely one of them, but there were certain faces I remember from being there. And I'm like, yes, those notes, I needed those notes. And so I'm just looking forward to the next batch of notes.
Yeah, love it. Thank you. Anything else
Mhm.
you want to add or talk about with your committee or things that are coming up?
Not particularly. We're just working through all the fun stuff, you know. Marketing is kind of like it's secondhand to me. I do it all the time. I do it with my eyes closed. So I'm all for the fun. So guys, like don't be surprised if you see me on the stage during the welcome reception. I might also sub as the host. And I can be the hostess with the mostest. So just get ready. Just get ready to have fun with me. That's all.
Yeah. Thanks, Alycia.
No
She's
problem.
exactly right. It's going to be a great time. The welcome reception is going to be the first big part of the event. If you haven't been to PJX before, it's kind of where you come, you shop at the marketplace, and you just dance and eat, and everybody has a good time. Like I said, there will be a bar, so you can have a couple drinks. It's just going to be fun. Alicia's comment about wanting to be friends is so real because that coming into PJX was one of my first things that I really wanted to implement this year was the idea of community, right? Because I feel like, we're getting PJ artists from all over the world, and there might be a PJ artist down the street from you who's also at PJX, but the idea at PJX is to be centered on, hey, let's like make connections. We're all doing the same thing. There's something we can learn from each other. I want it to be really just fun and friend centered and like not to a point where you're like, oh, is this person my competition? But oh, this is somebody that I can learn from. And I'm really excited because I think that that is how it's looking right now. And we just have so much good stuff coming. As a couple other updates, we have a couple other committee member or committee directors that aren't here today, but each one's been working on something awesome. We have been finalizing our VIP package, and that should be up here by the 1st of February is the goal. And so that's super exciting. We also have our experience committee, who are the ones who are in charge of planning all the fun stuff that you do when you're not in classes. Some of the fun things that are along with that is kind of like how Alycia was saying, there will be a photo studio or a content studio. We're also bringing back the tattoo and piercing, which was, I think, a huge hit last year. So that's coming back. And we are also doing tooth gems, and there's just going to be so much fun stuff coming. So you don't want to miss out on those fun experiences either. But we're now going to open up the time. We have about 15 minutes left on the webinar for questions. If anybody has some that they would like to ask, please ask away. And it can be anything. We're here to answer. Okay, Sarah asked one, besides a notebook and a pen, are there any other items you'd recommend we bring to the event? Kat, do you want to talk about that? Or Ashley? You look like you're ready to add a comment. Either one of you.
I would, if you are picky on your pliers or you want to take any of the hands-on welding type classes, I would bring your favorite pliers, your favorite tools, anything you can't like do without. I would bring those. You don't need to bring your welder. We have plenty of welders. But I know I'm very picky about what pliers I use and what feels good in my hand. And so I would bring your favorite pliers.
And also remember that all of those things are going to be there. So you can try the welders, you can try different pliers, you can try different tools. And so that's one of the really great things about PJX is you can get hands-on with these items. Because sometimes, seeing it and then you get a plier and you're like, oh, it was smaller than I thought or larger than I thought. If you don't use grounding pliers, it's a great time to try those. They're just a game changer. So yeah, if you do have your tool, I have to agree with Ashley because like I'd die without my plier, but I would love to check out some other ones so that I have a great backup or for my team, etc.
And the cool thing about the marketplace is that not only is it chain, but there are tool vendors as well. So you can go around and try different tools. You can try, what plier you like best, because everybody there will probably sell a grounded plier, but everybody makes them differently. And so you can go and try and touch and feel and see what you like the best in your hand, which is irreplaceable, because those are investment pieces.
And I would encourage you, go to the Sunstone area and try those welders. I tried the new Impulse last year. It was just amazing. So if you've ever wondered, about the Zap or one of their other welders, it's the perfect time to really ask a lot of questions, see it, feel it, use it, and kind of get your sea legs as to whether that's something that you're interested in or that you may need for your business.
Great. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and answer the next one. That is from Shannon, who says, I was a volunteer last year and I'm happy to volunteer again. Will there be opportunities for that? And the answer to that question is yes, there will be. It's just probably going to be closer to March or April as we start getting closer to the conference. It's just a little bit too far out right now to start coordinating that because we're doing our instructors. But yes, so stay tuned, keep your eyes open. The best place to look for that would be on our PJX Instagram, or if you go to the very bottom of the PJX website, there's the option to sign up for our newsletter, which it'll also be posted there. Okay, I'm going to answer the next two probably. Sorry, these are more like hotel and marketplace questions. The next one is from Caitlin, who says, can you bring anything into the Flamingo community room? I'm not quite sure community room, what you mean by that, but all of the classrooms, you'll be able to bring like a bag. You can bring, like how they're just saying, tools, you can bring paper, pen, all of those options will be there. And as far as actually checking into the Flamingo, if you mean with any of your stuff, if you arrive before check-in, we're totally happy. Sunstone/PJX is going to have a room where we can hold all the bags. So we'll make sure that's working. Vicky asked, are spouses allowed into the marketplace? They are with a spousal pass. So on PJX, on our website, we have the +1 ticket, which is super cool. It allows for that kind of situation to happen because we know that everybody might have a partner that they want to bring who might not be as invested in the permanent jewelry space. But the +1 pass offers access to the marketplace and to the welcome reception. So they can get swag, they can go and party with you, just all so much fun. Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna look through a couple of these. Ashley, Kat, or Alycia, are there any that you guys want to answer?
I mean, I would say yes, you can bring a laptop or an iPad. If that's how you take notes, definitely bring an iPad or a laptop. That wouldn't be me. I'd have a notebook with my little pen. But if you're savvy and that's the way you go, definitely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, the question about the vendors, I know that in my previous year that when I went, all the stuff I bought, I just made sure I had space in my bag to bring it home. I always travel with a checked bag for these reasons alone. But it's a good question though, if either of you guys know if the vendors offer to ship stuff.
I think that's vendor by vendor.
Okay.
A good life hack. So I go to apparel market and do cash and carry jewelry quite often. And what I do is I pack a collapsible duffel in my checked bag. And then I put all of my clothes and everything into my duffel so that I can carry that on with me on the way home and not have to pay for a second checked bag. So then I can put all of my heavy things in, or I can take that duffel with me onto the plane if it's something that I don't feel comfortable checking. And you can buy those on Amazon for nothing. Or another fun fact, you can put a carry-on bag inside of a big bag. But I need room for my shoes in my big bag, so I can't do that.
So real. But yes, I think Ashley hit it right on the nose. As far as I'm aware, it goes vendor by vendor. So I think I can't really give you a set answer on that question, but just come prepared with maybe a little extra room or an extra bag, as Ashley was saying, and go from there. One of the other questions is any bag restrictions? The answer to that is no. If you're traveling, just make sure that it can go with your airfare and on the plane and all the different things. And then Brittany asked, she said, my mom might be coming with me. When I add her as a +1, do I still put her under my business name, even though she isn't an employee? And that is yes, like please just add her on there. The best reason to do that is that way because it kind of just helps us sort like who's grouped together, kind of internally. So it doesn't really matter too much, even though she's not an employee. That's not really a big deal, but it just helps us to sort and keep things together on the back end. So please do. And then Cheyenne asked, will everyone get swag or is it limited? Everybody will get some kind of swag, but it's going to look different. So this is kind of where the VIP package comes in. We are looking at adding some extra swag for our VIP members to kind of add the incentive of wanting to upgrade your ticket. There's going to be so many fun things in the VIP package, and extra swag will be part of that. Everybody will get the generic swag, which in years past has been a tote bag and a t-shirt. Right now we are working on quotes on the back end, so we don't know quite what we're doing. It hasn't been finalized, but that is probably also likely to happen again this year. Just stay tuned on the PJX Instagram for more updates on that because we'll probably post about it. But everybody will get swag. We're also looking at doing pins this year, which is kind of fun. Just a little something that you can put on your bag or on your lanyard, just something new to spice it up. But everybody will get swag, including the spouses that purchase the +1 as well. They'll also get something.
Can I ask the question of everybody in the webinar right now? How many of you have bought your ticket yet, and how many of you are on the fence? Put it in the chat. I'm curious.
Yeah. That's a great question.
And if there's people on the fence, what has you on the fence?
That's what I was just going to ask, because if there are things that we could do to help ease the uncomfortable feeling of, oh, maybe it's a lot of money, I don't know, we'd love to talk about it because all of us, I think, would agree it's very worth it. So this is so exciting. Everybody's saying that they have their tickets.
Caitlin, it looks like you're going
alone.
Don't be nervous.
Don't be
nervous.
No,
girl, you're
don't
gonna
do
walk
that.
in alone, but you're gonna leave with like new besties. I've gone alone.
You already got friends.
Yeah.
All of us.
Friends here. Yeah, what are you talking about?
And just talk to everyone, really. Like, you know, if you're sitting at lunch, don't sit in your normal spot, sit somewhere else and just kind of, you know, everyone is in such a mood and the vibe is so upbeat that you'll easily walk away with friends.
Sydney, find us. Find us, Sydney.
Yes.
Say hello, everybody.
Online friends. Like, we're all in all of these community groups, and like I feel like I know people and like I care about you guys and your business. And I've never met some of you, right? And PJX is a moment to be able to do that. We get to meet our internet besties in real life. And the first year at PJX, I made a friend who I know that even after we're both done in our businesses, we're going to be friends for life because we just share a bond now. And she's the first person I want to text when I have a problem or a question about anything in life. So you never know who you're going to meet because being an entrepreneur is so, like Kat said, it feels like you're on an island sometimes, and things happen that you can't always chat with, you know, your normal friends about. So having people that you can rely on, that you can talk to, you never know who you'll meet.
For sure. I kind of just want to jump in here for a second too. I really sympathize with a lot of you guys who say that you're going alone or that you haven't bought your tickets yet, because this is new for me too, you guys. It's kind of fun because I'm planning it and I've been able to work with these amazing women and, you know, kind of coordinate, okay, what would be good, or what do people want to see, or how can we improve? But I feel you guys on the feeling of, okay, yeah, it can be a little nerve-wracking or a little scary, but I just want to attest and kind of agree with what everybody has said, that everybody that I've worked with so far, as far as planning goes, and all of the amazing committee directors and committee members are wonderful women. And I truly, truly, truly believe that nobody will go to this conference actually alone, right? Like they might show up alone, but you won't be alone because everybody there is wanting to be friendly. They're wanting to talk to people and they're wanting to just get to know everybody. And I love that. I don't know that I've even been able to see or say that I felt that in any other community so far and any other job that I've worked at except for PJX. And I think that that is super cool. And if you're feeling alone, like just take the jump because we want to be your friends. I also will say, like, I've noticed online that there are a couple groups already forming of people who, like, just in kind of the PJX chats, there's a few just like groups, and I don't know, like, I think we could probably help you guys find them if you wanted it, but where people are like, oh, I'm going alone. Can I have your phone number? Can I do this? And like, so I would also encourage you guys to just take the jump and like share phone numbers and hop in those kind of chats and be like, okay, like I'm going alone. Is anybody else going alone? Or does anybody want to meet up for lunch? Because I really guarantee that these women I think all of us want friends. It's just needing that first step. So don't be afraid to take the leap, you guys. Come join us.
And it's really, well, it's not hard to happen. The vibe is just so great that everyone is, it's almost like you know everyone already when you get there. So you'll feel the vibe and you'll be comfortable.
For sure. And one of the cool things is that everybody's got something to talk about because we all do the same thing, right? Everybody can bond over permanent jewelry and connect and be excited about that because it's something that we all have in common. So there's always something to talk about. But I'm excited. This is awesome. I'm going to go through and answer a couple more of these questions. But if you guys are on the fence, please keep thinking about it. You guys can also message. I run the PJX Instagram. So if you guys have any questions or are still on the fence, just feel free to message that and we'll help you. Cheyenne asked, how long do classes usually last? And how many do you think we can do in one day? Ashley, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, so the class time will be about 45 minutes with a 5-minute buffer and then 10 minutes to switch classes. So they'll run every hour. So on the longest day, you should be able to do 8 if you go to every single class hour. Now, that's going to be a full load and you may not have time to shop the marketplace or do any of those things. But if you wanted to load up and do every class possible, I think the total, if it's what we've talked about, would be 8, 5, and 1. So what is that, 14? Yeah, 14 total classes possibly.
But so worth it, you guys. Like once again, all these amazing people are coming to teach and we're so excited about it. But Ashley's correct. It'll be a full day. That's kind of our goal is to just keep it going all day so you can kind of plan your own schedules and everybody's got their freedom to kind of go here and there. And we will provide the tracks as well. So once again, just kind of circling back to that because there will be that option to kind of plan around that as we get closer. Sydney says that she missed the part about feeling lucky. What was that again? So that's our theme. So kind of something cool that started last year is that we are introducing themes every year, kind of going forward about just kind of to tie into the place and to make PJX more of an experience or a themed experience instead of just like, you come in. So feeling lucky is the theme. It's going to be super fun. The idea is it kind of ties into the Vegas, like lucky girl kind of vibe because Vegas, if you haven't been there before, is very casino, gambling, party. Like it's so much fun. And so we kind of wanted to lean into that theme. And also we're really encouraging everybody to dress up. So one of the fun things is like bring your sequins for the welcome reception or like that dress that you've wanted to wear that you have no excuse to wear it out to. Bring that one because that's the kind of vibe that we want people to feel. And just that idea of, yeah, like you're feeling pretty and lucky girl, right? Like that's just kind of what we're going for. And I think it'll be super fun. On our PJX Instagram, we're planning to do a post here soon that kind of goes deeper into that. So keep your eyes peeled. But that's the idea of feeling lucky. And we want you guys to feel lucky about coming to Vegas. So.
And once the class schedule's actually posted, pop that into Chat GPT and talk to Chat about where you're at, where you want to go, and it will help you kind of give you a track of what you should do, where you should be, what important classes to take. It's super, super useful in that aspect.
For sure. Kat's right. We want this to be a tool for you guys. So definitely utilize other tools like Chat to make it just the best experience. I'm going to answer Robin's question, and then if anybody has any last questions, we're going to probably get close to closing it out, so drop those now. Robin said, when will the VIP be open to purchase? And then do you know what the cost is going to be for planning purposes? So that's a great question. Our goal is to have it up here by February 1st, or first week of February, hopefully. There's a couple little things that we've been coordinating with the hotel. Sometimes it takes a minute to go back and forth. But we're super excited about it. I can tell you a couple things that will be included. PJX gets a pool cabana, so we're gonna have that option as the VIP ticket. You can come, it'll have food, it'll have a little area where you can hang out. So cute. Like, just like imagine like that like little scene in the movie where you're like hanging on the lounge chair. That's gonna be the vibe. They also have a zip line, which is super fun. We're gonna have an exclusive VIP lounge, and that'll have snacks throughout the day that you can stop by. We're also looking at potentially doing a VIP mixer, where VIPs can come together and have a little drink and just get to know each other, and just like more networking opportunities. So totally worth it. But once again, there's still a couple details that we're figuring out, but it's looking like it's going to be super fun. And the cost will probably be between $200 or $300 is kind of what we're going off of right now. So I, once again, can't give a firm answer because there's a couple details that are still being finalized, but that's where we're looking. So it was $200 last year for reference. So.
And
Okay.
if you guys haven't been to the Flamingo pool, it is a vibe. It's one of my favorite pools in Vegas.
Yes, bring your cameras. Like, this is gonna be like the Instagram moment. Like, come bring your cameras, take pictures. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay, well, I think that was it, you guys. We are right on our time limit, so I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming, and we really want you guys to come join us. Once again, please don't hesitate in reaching out. Permanent Jewelry is a community, and we want all of you guys there. We really want this to be an opportunity where you guys can come and get to know other women or men in the scene and just really grow and invest in yourself and make friends. And I think that, especially as Ashley was saying, as entrepreneurs, like, it's one of those cool things where this is an opportunity where you don't have to be on your island. And we just want you guys to come and make the most of it. So we're excited to have you. Please reach out with any questions, and we'll see you guys in June. Thanks everybody for coming.